Well, welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited on Friday announced the shutdown of the Port Harcourt refining company to undergo planned maintenance. A statement released by the state-owned oil company indicates that the maintenance and sustainability assessment commenced on Saturday, 24th of May. The company is working closely with all relevant stakeholders, including the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, to ensure the maintenance and assessment activities are carried out efficiently and transparently. The Port Harcourt Refinery had earlier been shut down in December of 2024, shortly after operations resumed following a $1.5 billion rehabilitation exercise. As we said, $1.5 billion is no joke. It's no small amount of money. And, in January of this year, Serap actually called out the NNPC and, filed a suit saying that $2.5 billion had been set aside for rehabilitating our refineries. And this is incredibly important. This is Nigeria's money. This money belongs to the people of Nigeria. And this is the second shutdown in 6 months. However, we've seen a new change in the management of the NNPC, and perhaps they are going to go and check what was rehabilitated, what parts are there, what is not, because as they say, this is a sustainability exercise, and they need to make sure that their eyes are on the ball, like they start off well, and they make sure that they know what they're doing with the Port Harcourt refinery, because I don't think that it gives people confidence to see this. Because if you have a planned maintenance, I think you tell people ahead of time that, we're going to shut down for a week in 1 week. Yeah. But once you announce, immediately it's shut down, this is the things that give people questions. So it's important that in the message they said, in the statement they said that transparency is going to be part of their assessment, because the Nigerian people require transparency.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. And, mentioning the fact that this is the second shutdown in 6 months does not really boost, even the idea of investor confidence. I mean, one of the reasons why the Tinubu administration reconstituted the NNPC was because, they wanted to make sure that, it would boost investor confidence and all of that. But, the new administration of NNPC now with Ojulari coming into play, I'm thinking and I'm hoping that this is the reason for the shutdown, for him to be able to assess what it is that is really going on there. Yes. I like the fact that they've come out with the statement saying that there's going to be transparency and that they are engaging with the relevant authorities, which is quite important. It's not just the relevant authorities that the NNPC should engage with within this month of closure, especially because it's the Port Harcourt refinery we're talking about. It's been a hot topic. They should also engage with the public, with the media, especially to be able to, uncover these maintenance issues that they are closing or shutting down the Port Harcourt refinery for.
Well, very quickly, I wish I could be as optimistic as you both are. Sadly, I am not. I read the statement, and for me, it reeks of the old NNPC. Very high on promises, low, on details. If you are going to announce to Nigerians that Port Harcourt Refinery will shut down for 1 month, the least that I would expect would be to say that, given, of course, the context of how we got here, would be to highlight for us the achievements of that very refinery since it started operation. If you recall, in December of 2023, NNPC made an announcement to say that mechanical success had been recorded and they were flaring and everything, and that Area 5 of the Port Harcourt will resume operation. In December of 2024, they claim that they had achieved 90% of operations. Given the fact that in 2021, we know how much money the Buhari administration approved for the total overhaul. Not just, little maintenance, total overhaul of all the four refineries. So they are accountable to the people. My question, therefore, would be, in that press release, I would have loved to see what they have done since December of 2023 to 2024, that they had mechanical success. And then since December of 2024 up till now, how many, liters of diesel or petrol were lifted to where? What percentage of what we consume locally did it represent? or they were just flaring, whatever they were flaring, that there was no record success at all. To have left that unattended, for me, raises suspicion.
One thing that you said that has actually impressed upon me is the lack of specifics here.
Yes.
Because even if it's my school's geothermal plants that are shutting down in university, they'll tell you, oh, tanker 2 has too much pressure, and so for this time to this time we'll shut it down. There's a lack of accountability. And I think, you're right in terms of... Yes, and I think you're right there in terms of the tone that NNPC has chosen historically to speak to the Nigerian people. It's as though they're not sure who they're accountable to, but they're accountable to Nigerian people.
Absolutely, and
Let's
that's
just
why,
hope, like you said, that the new man, Ojulari, who's the president's man, will recalibrate even how the communications of the NNPC.
The communication is key. Like I said, it's not just engaging with the relevant authorities, it's to the Nigerian people and to the media.
Definitely.